What's up, guys? It's T. Coming to you guys with my second YouTube video. This one's gonna be a couple of drawing tips. I said in my intro video that I would be doing some drawing tips from time to time, just stuff that really helped me to hone my skills in certain aspects. And I'm gonna be bringing you guys just a few of them today. Um, One thing I noticed going online and going on YouTube, especially looking for drawing tips when I was starting out, was that there's a lot of vague drawing tips out there, tips that are okay, but I mean they're not really what I was looking for. And you can see this is just a basic drawing I did of J. Cole. Of course, it's not done, as you can see. I just threw this one together quickly to give some tips and certain things like that. I'll finish it out, but for now this is just what I'm going to use for the video. um, so let's just start off with this. One thing that people usually do when they draw is they make the mistake of thinking that they have to draw all the lines in there, especially for portraits. That's where beginners make their big mistakes, is drawing in every line. People get in their mind and they let their mind play tricks on them to make them think, well, I have to draw these lines to get it to look like the picture. If the line's not there, it's not a drawing. Well, that's not necessarily the case. So what I did on purpose here was I did the neck two different ways. As you can see, the neck here, it really just goes into the color. See how it blends into like the rest of the color of the neck here? Let me fill that in a little bit. You can see how that is a better, looks just 10 times better than this side. As you can see, there's a line here. It's not really a solid line because I didn't want to get too literal with it. I mean, but most people would draw just a heavy line in there like that, a really dark line, and then it takes away from the realism that a drawing can have. So that's just the best way I can show this tip in particular, is that when you're doing a drawing, you don't need to draw hard lines in there. Like I did it on both sides. Like you can see on this side, there's a hard line under here where his beard is. For some of it, there's a hard line in there, and you can see that this side is more I guess you can say detailed, to where there's not really a hard line. I mean, you can kind of see one in here, but it's just because this is supposed to be a lot darker. And when you get that in there, all you want to do is blend that together here to kind of like camouflage your lines. The best thing you want to do when you're drawing a portrait is to get rid of as many lines as you can. The less lines, the better, for any portrait. So you can see for the neck here and for this part, looks a lot less better than this part and this part. And when you come in here and you get to the shirt part, there's gonna be a bit of a line because, well, it's a shirt and there's a line there, just like under here, there's a hard line under here because that's where the shadow goes. But as you can see, like this side looks way better than this side. This side looks a little, beginnerish, as some might say. So then I'm gonna go up in here into the shading aspect of it. Shading is tough to get down right. It takes practice. It takes a lot of patience and time. And one common mistake people make is they feel like they can make a good drawing without the proper blending tool. And it is possible, but not for someone who's a beginner. This is my blending tool here, one of the ones I use. I have many like this. It's a Tortulian, I think it's called, and they come in many shapes and sizes. This one is not rolled up, it's just the material here, and you use that to blend your shading in. It's really just the way to go. I mean, without a blending tool, without a good solid blending tool, your shading can be spotty, and it can take away from the realism in the shade, because shading on a real human's face isn't spotty. I mean, unless they have freckles or something like that, or a lot of chin hair, or a lot of facial hair in here. But shading is supposed to be smooth. That's just the way it is. So if you want your drawing to look real, you want it to be smooth, and you want to blend things. I don't want to spend too much time breaking down this entire drawing, because as I said, it was just a quick one to get on here so I could show you guys some cool tricks. And there'll be way more drawing tips to come, but those are just two I want to start with. If I were to give away all my tips here, there would be no need for any more drawing tip videos. So I'm gonna leave it there for now. So like I said, you want to camouflage your lines. You don't want hard lines in there, hard lines in here, when you can have more smooth stuff in here like this, and it'll look real. It's just aesthetically pleasing. It looks a lot better, and you can even see in the video here how this side looks way better than that side. And I even went in here and I did the shading better on this side, so you can see there's more shape to his face on this side than there is on this side. And I did that on purpose, so you can see how this side looks a lot flatter, just like this, and this side looks a lot more real with the shading, with the smoothness, with this and this. So you can just really see the difference in two pictures when you take, some of the little tricks and you apply them to your drawings. This is a totally different drawing over this side than this one is. And I'm going to go back and clean all this stuff up, which is, I'll get into that in one of my other drawing tip videos, little tips and how to clean up line work and how to do all those things. I'll get into that in another one. But this is just the one I'm going to start with, and I appreciate you guys for coming and taking a look at the video. Like and subscribe, and there'll be more drawing tips to come. See you guys soon.